Even though we had a lot of fun exploring the city and the island, it wasn't all fun and games. We had a lot of early 8 a.m. classes and spent a lot of our time in the library doing research and listening to presentations. But that's okay, because again, that was fun in its own right. We spent a lot of time listening to native islanders and going to see their music. One of our first and one of my favorites was our experience with King Derby and his class.
It's more of a tempo to make you move, as though it's carry the lyrics also, but it have a rhythm. Yeah, now they're gonna say Matilda, 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 you steal me money around Venezuela. The money was under me bed, right beneath me head. Matilda, she use her sense, you know she steal every cent. Now we will sing it that way. That kick, you know, so it's complicated, that's why
King Derby and his students were really talented, especially this young lady who was brave enough to sing in front of us. But not only did we listen to music, but we had guest speakers as well. People like Mr. Schrader, who studies oral traditions, or one of my favorites, Edgar Lake, president of the Virgin Island Historic Society. We also had Myron Jackson, director of the Virgin Islands Cultural Heritage Institute, and had a few laughs with Dr. Gilbert Speer, who studies linguistics. We also got to know Sonia Jacobs-Dow really well, director of the Landmark Society. We also were privileged enough to have a concert with Stanley Jacobs and the 10 Sleepless Nights. In between the concerts, we were lucky enough to have Miss Loving and Mr. Lake present poetry to us of the island.
And I met Lance at a wonderful little nightclub in New York that's still there, right behind NYU's Bob's Library. There's this wonderful little nightclub called the Village Corner. And as an island kid, that sounded like a friendly place, right? So I staggered in. And whenever I go to New York, I go to this shrine, the Village Corner. And this is what I wrote about Lance for my daughter's sake. Roadmap to Lance, traveling piano man from Bermuda, so tidy but apocryphal. To Winslow Homer, after managing his nightmare Civil War sketches, he sees some ghostly red-tied black woman gliding in the sun. This keyboard is his native canvas despite the cold of winter these 30 years. Lance feels his braille watch and selects to play slyly Georgia on My Mind. This is no 1-2 honky-tonk thumping, but a Chopinesque adventure. Lance reaches inside the raised piano cover, kept upright with a standard stick, a blind man reaching into a steel trap, his one smile and epic participation. He anticipates. He must stroke the steel strings, the section, middle C, and make it perfect.
At last, one of my favorite moments in St. Croix was going to the reggae concert celebrating Mother's Day.
Put your hands together and welcome on stage the Black Star Band! Make some noise, make some noise! Because I'm got joy in my life, my physical life. I feel free because I've got joy in my life, in my physical life. Thanks of God, He's He who guides away.
The Black Stars were really good, especially this poem.
Won't take you for granted for the discipline, corrections, and the spankings. Most High taught me to always thank Him. You surrounded me with love, never was in need of unconditional love. Love from sweet mother, yeah. Your generosity and kindness, always reminded to have good principles in life and strive our best to do what's right. So sweet as the morning rain, I love you, Mama. Give thanks.